Skipper. Quality ya skipper session. Skipper, sheba skipper.
You want to let me score?
Session. What's the quality ya session? You, three clip alita. Like you fit all like a quality was but like a hesha. A hesha house but I'm fair at three clip over. Let's deliver colorway batlang whether batla miruni or batla background ya ka o batla wa screen ya. O ka se baya mara le teng. Ke tlo kala se show boy. Lo thola se wa nteng fana. Kepe, Dori. I want to go to those if I get lost a lot. I'll do that in the son. Ke brand ambassador like endorsement deal. It be like a brand ambassador. I was endorsed by the spear. Yeah? Amunna lucky him. Amunna little. Oh, up there.
Yeah. It's fucking cold in here, man. Let's go. Yeah. The game is a sport and we causing a scene. We bout to kick it. If you been waiting on me to serve these raps, I'ma tip it. So the scale can't handle my bars, it's too heavy and it's vivid. The numbers going up, scatter wire, ain't no limit. There ain't no limit.
Shafiri, what it is. Yeah. Background changing again. You know what we're doing, eh? You know how we move. We are back on episode 5, yeah. On the 5th episode of More Than Just a Hip Hop Head. And today we have the one, the only Njaka straight issue. I think we are going to forward. Mara Fedir. Kenalen Njaka. Remoseki. Dog, I don't know how to introduce you because you know you niggas have names like the
pseudonyms.
The alter ego. The alter ego. It's like don't introduce me like that, dog. Oh, one.
Remoseki is still my dad.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
No. Introduce yourself then, doc.
Not me.
Yeah.
Like Mariano. I prefer to be called Thamsanqa. But that's only if you can say Thamsanqa.
Sure. You can say it proper.
If you can say it proper. Because people to call me Thamsanqa.
So it's Thamsanqa.
Thamsanqa.
Damn.
But
is
you
it
know,
Xhosa, Zulu?
Xhosa.
Oh, that's why then
Yes.
rolls off.
Yeah.
So you're a Xhosa nigga, ne?
Half Xhosa.
Yo, is it a coincidence that you know the person who was on my previous episode, the one that we were talking about earlier, is actually Xhosa.
Yeah.
She's a Xhosa girl, bro.
The one that's for Xhosa in China.
So we Xhosa in this thing.
Xhosa are smart English, so you'll always see them, you know, penetrating, even Abu Mandela, you know.
Ah, look at you flexing. Ta.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So what up, bro?
I'm good, my nigga. I'm good.
So yeah, yo, there's a lot you don't know about this guy. This guy is a very smart human being. So yeah, without any further ado, I want us to pick at his brain, Clar, on first time, and not waste any time. I don't know how much time I have, and usually I get to find out that I don't have a lot, but let's get right to it, my nigga. What's up? What's up?
It's chilled.
What's up? What's been happening?
A lot of things are happening, though.
Like what?
Dude.
Yo, before that, My shirt is here. Guys, my shirt is here.
The material in this thing. Yo,
Ah.
the material on this thing.
You can see it, boy.
Oh, Mchana.
It shows even in the,
Yo,
Hey, and it's bouncing off the background and
bruh.
it's a whole thing. Well, shout out to the Spear, the sponsors of this episode. Shout out to the Spear. You guys, the shirt is fire. It's fire.
That's amazing.
I'm gonna get more.
I want one. I want one. I want a white one.
He's gonna get a white
I
one.
want a white one.
This one is
I need to
fire.
get my daughter one.
Shoo.
Do they have them in?
We got everything.
Yeah, I need to get my daughter one.
We got everything. If you want socks, we got socks.
Yeah.
If you want to buy, bro,
You got shorts?
I got short pants. Dog, I got the dory. I got everything. I got a whole clothing store to myself.
I need that.
I'm gonna get you everything that you need.
Yeah,
So
man.
yeah, this nigga was saying that a lot of things are happening. What's happening?
Yeah, dog, a lot is happening, bro. A lot is happening. So, I don't know where to even start, dog. I think, but we should start at the bigger one, Elon. People are not seeing right now. People are not seeing this, and it's not being talked about. Even in the media, there's nothing that's being talked about it. But they're talking about it because they would get looked at in a certain way if they don't talk about it. But they're not covering it as they should. Like for an example, the Mail and Guardian on Sunday, they had this
Oh yeah, I saw it on podcasting.
You saw that?
Yeah,
You saw that, right?
Yeah.
And they needed to talk about what? That rand manipulation scandal.
But they were talking about something else, like
Marcela Coco's case.
Who even is that though?
Marcela Coco is the nigga that used to run ESCOM before. The one that ended load shedding, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one.
So what's happening with him? I didn't
So
even.
there was
I couldn't. I haven't finished the episode, but I was like 20 minutes into it. And
There was a
that's some
case.
shit.
They had money they by the State Capture Commission. There, you see. So there were things, and then things with no evidence, and then prosecutors were very overzealous, and they went there, investigated, and like they didn't even investigate. They were like, they brought charges.
No, but and like they're focusing on shit like this, and like we are dealing with the random manipulation.
Bro,
that sounds irrelevant. I know it might be important to somebody there, but when we are talking about something at magnitude of random manipulation, it's irrelevant.
It's a drop in the ocean.
Elaborate on that. What do you mean it's a drop in the
All of these cases, I'm not saying that they shouldn't get investigated, right?
awareness?
I'm not saying that we shouldn't talk about it.
Yeah.
Mare, when you talk about rand manipulation, every single person in the country, every single person in this country, right? Every single business, except for the top guys, the top 1% of the country, not their businesses. Their businesses were immune. I'll elaborate on that as we go on in the show. So every single person was affected by this,
Including us.
including you, bruh.
Damn. And I didn't even know about it.
You didn't even know about it. This thing was happening since 2007. I think they got caught when 2020, 2021, somewhere there. Mare, the effects are still being felt now. And they're still going to be felt for a lot of years. And no one is getting arrested, by the way.
Hey, why not?
Nah, they're going to get fines. Some they're going to get their licenses, their banking licenses revoked or suspended, actually.
So like what you're telling me is that sharp
There is not going to be consequences. That is what I'm saying.
for the random being manipulated.
Yes.
No consequence.
Dude, they
Okay.
find Standard Charter. This is a bank from England, I think. It was one of their subsidiaries back in the day. I think it was Standard Bank. If I'm
Treat
not
me
mistaken.
like a 5-year-old baby, because when it comes to politics, I'm like a 5-year-old baby.
So let me begin at what is rand manipulation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's begin there.
Yeah.
So there are 28 banks coming and saying, "Yo, let's sit down, let's talk." Right. So how does capitalism work? Capitalism is you go for quality at cheaper prices.
Yes.
Okay, this is capitalism.
Yes.
Now imagine Rexari tamati. All of us, we're selling tomatoes.
Yeah.
No? Now, you're selling your tomatoes, say for nice ripe and red, $5. Ne? Say four. I'm selling mine, say nice ripe and red, at 350.
Therefore.
Say four.
So.
That's capitalism, right?
Yeah.
People are gonna go away.
350.
350, right? But now imagine this. Higher balance what exactly £5. You get me? 2 rands. You get me? So now imagine all of us who sell tomatoes.
Yeah.
We come, we sit down. We like gents.
Our basic next year.
No, we are selling, but we are all selling at the same price and we're going to increase our prices.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So even if we all sell them at 10 rand, they're going to go there or there. Everyone is selling them at 10 rand.
So they're going to take the ones that are available.
Either way, no one is losing business.
Yeah. Because they are at one point in time, all of them are gonna be finished because they're paying at the same price.
So in that way, yeah, in that way, they are making money for. They would have spent less. Those house stock are the tamati you would have spent less. Would the price and go you get me? That's essentially what the banks did. They went, they sat down, and they're like, "Yo, dudes, let's increase our foreign exchange rates." Forex.
This is the one that I want to catch now. I want to catch this. Yeah.
So, for us to
Not that I
trade
haven't been
with,
catching, but yeah.
for us to trade with the other countries and other businesses outside of the country, what needs to happen? What is the base currency? It's the US dollar, right? So now we increase the rates of foreign exchange. Okay. All of us are increasing, right? So as we increase these things at the same rate, all of us at the same rate, people have no choice but to use either or.
They're gonna adapt and just
and they're spending more.
Wing it.
And you guys, when they spend more, you guys get to make more.
Fuck.
Right? Now, here's the problem.
That's the reason behind the rand manipulation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, here's the problem. As they're doing this, they're manipulating the rand. I get it. It becomes harder and harder to do business outside.
Yes, so you are in this box.
And it becomes harder for people outside to come and do business inside.
You are inside this.
What happens to the rand?
It's simple, we look at it as a country. Look at it Moitose. And that's a phenomenon that you've been explaining. And look at it in the hood. If you're running a business, your business is most probably, depending on what scale of a business it is. It's most probably going to, at its hugest, at its best level,
peak, yeah.
At its peak, it's like really populated around you guys. You're not selling to anybody else.
Yeah, no, baby. You're like here.
You're here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we must stop that.
Now imagine this. In this context, it's because the effect you're doing, it's not felt. More. Here's the problem. As it's harder to do business outside. And
as a country.
As a country, right? Less and less people buy the rand. So
Yes.
what happens to the value of rand? It goes down. That is why we currently trading at 20 something rands against the dollar. You get
Dog, like
when we were growing up, that shit was what?
You
get me?
Sure.
It's
For
like
it was what?
£6 something.
Yeah.
This is pre 2007. This is pre rand manipulation beginning.
It began in 2007.
Apparently, according to the Competition Commission.
So if it began then
You can see the effects gradually over the years.
From 2007 up until now,
Look at bread.
shit. Simple shit.
Look at bread. Bread, there was
$4.50.
there was bread collusion.
They were colluding with who?
The
Their
bread companies were colluding
amongst each other.
to raise the bread prices from 1999 until 2007.
Shit.
They got caught in 2007.
They got caught then.
Yes.
I'm confused, but the price of bread is still going up. Like,
Yeah, now it's also affected by other factors. Initially, the Ukraine war, there's wheat. There's always these excuses of them increasing bread prices.
like
No, you're not going to be surprised after 5 years, say, okay, the egg companies will collude to increase the prices of eggs. Because you see now what's happening with the price of eggs, and then there's this avian flu. You're going to find out after 5 years, good to know, yes, there was avian flu, but it was not as bad as they said.
What is avian flu?
Avian flu,
don't know. Like
avian flu apparently is a flu that kills birds. I'm not into, I didn't go deep into it, but what I know is it affects birds and avian. Avian from aviation,
yeah.
So avian flu, so that's affecting birds. Your layers and your broilers are getting affected. Your layers is the chickens that lay eggs, and then broilers is those ones that the PCC.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's that. So we were at I was making an example with bread.
Yes.
They sat down and they're like, no, let's increase prices of bread. Who got affected?
The peeps,
The
obviously.
How money did they make money?
Us. Not the peeps, us.
But they made money. A lot. And then you get fined. Then that's it. Look now. Apparently, but I doubt this is true. Apparently they say that the banks made 1 trillion a day. But when you calculate it, it's impossible. Because let's look at 2007 at the peak. Let's say 2007 they were making what's this?
A trillion.
A trillion a day. Now I think the rand was trading at around 8 rand, right? So 500.
Calculating.
Yeah, I'm calculating. I just want to show you, Jorge, it's impossible. Because the gross domestic product of that year was 294. Was it 294? 258 or something like that trillion. And then they made 254. I did these calculations earlier on. Because we did this other podcast.
Yeah.
So they
258 trillion.
Yeah. So that means that South Africa, the banks would have made that, meaning that they would have made 80% of the gross domestic product of the world. From a smaller country like ours, that's impossible. It will never make sense.
Wait a minute. Say what you just said again.
Dude, gross domestic product. Yeah, the world. How much the world
GDP
made was 20% more than what, if you calculate, the banks made. If you say they made 1 trillion a day. I guess they would have made 366 trillion in a year. If they made 1 trillion a day. 366 trillion rands. And then you divide that by 8.
Why 8?
I get it, you're converting it to the dollar.
Oh yeah, because it was 8 rand that time.
8 rand that time. You get. So
you should multiply it though. Not divide.
Yeah. You're not converting from dollar to rent. You're converting from rent to dollar.
Oh yeah, so it should be lower.
You should divide.
Yeah.
So you divide by 8.
So
So it can't be how they made that much.
eh.
So but I digress.
But the banks
I
that
digress.
guys,
No. It's banks from different countries that are doing businesses here. Example, the one that is going to testify against all of these banks.
politics are confusing.
Standard Charter. It's a bank from England. They got fined 42 million. Imagine how much they made, but they got fined 42 million rand. It's in dollars, it's in euros, it's in pounds.
From the same scheme that you're talking about.
I guess they got found out. They got fined 42 million and they said, no, we'll testify against other banks. There's banks from New Zealand, there's the Bank of America also in there, banks from Australia, South African banks are also in there. But mostly it's from these Western countries. From your minerals to your banks to whatever, they are there. So now, I was telling you about, I said how do the big businesses benefit from this? These guys know each other, I guess. So these banks would agree.
AKA banking industry, so you know your competition.
So they would agree to say, personally clients, the big clients, even with allegedly, I don't want to get sued. Allegedly.
Please, we don't want to get sued.
Yeah, we don't want to get sued. Allegedly. I heard this, allegedly, and I did investigation, then it seemed like it's true. But I'm not saying it seems.
Probably. Maybe.
So, Rupert, when he was buying.
Oh, that's why.
When he was buying Mediclinic, right? He got a deal at some other bank, the interest rates I think deal got last for that specific sale, for that specific day.
What?
You understand?
Wait. So he deposited the money for.
Dude, they know horror. I get it. You understand? It's like horror. I get it. The rate is on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, change every day. It's like.
So
they know,
they're still moving. So what are they doing? This specific bank is the rate is this specific bank get like money for this Baba personal decline table. After all, and if another one what maybe let's say when I can work I let's say banka hard time. They will never trap me. Banka hard time. And the last time. Banka saying total bank.
From a specific client,
Just in total bank, what someone else do business. And then from saying total bank sanitizer. Bank sanitizer. Everyone gets to eat also. So we're personally declined because it's
they're holding hands.
They're holding hands essentially. They're not competing against each other. They're just holding hands. This is why
kind of like the rap game. These rappers know.
This is why the base currency shifted from the US dollar to Brics. Now I'm shifting. And I have 2 billion manipulation. So I'm shifting. But it's along those lines. This is why the rand manipulation. Again, the Brics Bank it's base currency.
Yeah, more than
because base currency are the Brics countries.
Yeah, that's something that was talked about how long ago?
During the Brics
this year,
yes, this year. When they threatening to arrest Putin.
The
19th of August. No, the same thing can Netanyahu. We'll talk about him.
What?
Yeah, they're not doing the same thing can Netanyahu. They are even visiting him.
Oh,
so the Brics Bank, honey thing.
The need for
this
honey anything.
Honey, the Brics Bank thing again. Honey currency
It's illegal.
is still existent. This thing would have not flied, I promise you.
What do you? Why wouldn't it have flied?
You'd had to
I am a 5-year-old.
You'd
Remember,
have
you
to
must
manipulate China's currency, Russia's currency, India's currency.
Ours.
Ours they already did. When I was swag, even Brazil is swag. So Brazil is just like us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they are swag. Retengile. Mara yona ke gona re simolang go tlhagisa mena ke when is the new president of Brazil o simola go
I know.
go pushwa krag.
He's secured in his seat now.
Imagine who dare manipulate China's currency.
And in comparison to other countries, when you look at it, it's a weak currency.
It's not.
Come on, dog.
It's not. The yen.
Yeah.
The yen.
You're China.
No, there's the Japanese
yen.
And the China yuan.
Oh, yuan.
Yeah.
Oh, yen yeah, Japan.
Yeah, Japan. And no, Japan is strong.
Okay, but yuan, okay, Kunja, I know nothing about the yuan.
You do. Some people call it the Japanese yen, but it's not.
No, I think I got Japan.
The Chinese yen, I mean the Chinese yen. Some people call it that, but it's not that.
It's not that because it's not pronounced like that. There's the yen. Yeah.
So as I was saying, who dare manipulate China's currency?
Nobody. Yeah.
And how do you think China won't find out?
Come on, dog. Isn't that technology ever I have no idea.
Would they do that to Russia? So if we had that, it wouldn't have worked.
If we had what?
The currency, the base currency. I guess they have to manipulate all
the
of those
entire thing.
currencies.
So like the security thing, it's a level of it country too.
It would have been secure. I don't imagine I'm Brics Plus. Saudi Arabia.
Oh, yeah.
Iran.
Yeah, like break it down, dog. What's up with that? What's up with?
So people are
one
applying.
Of the people that were talking about it when it was happening, and
yeah, people are applying
I was around, but
to become.
I didn't know exactly what was happening because I was doing some shit.
I'm saying people are applying to become members of Brics. Countries are applying. We are there choosing.
There's an application.
We are there choosing. You have to meet certain criteria.
Okay. You must first have a mineral. Oh, no,
not even that.
You must have a resource.
Not even that. You must have influence in your region.
So you must be a powerhouse.
You must be a powerhouse in your region. And or you must be in a strategic point in the world.
Yeah.
You get me?
Now, in that light, before we get into the Brics Plus and Brics, how is Mzansi in that position to be there in Brics? Because, I'm a South African.
Influence in Africa.
Media.
No, we have influence in Africa. In
like
terms of
military.
Diplomatic influence, even that.
Yeah.
But diplomatic influence.
Okay, like we're always there in the talks, so that's
the talking, exactly. They're always the people when we talk in our region, they listen.
Why do they though? Because maybe I'm not asking this because I'm trying to.
Why does the world listen to the US?
Why does what?
Why does the world listen to the US?
Because they have money. That's in my head, maybe.
What do we have in our region compared to Zimbabwe, Mozambique? Exactly. We have resources.
Like Zaka.
Our military is also strong. We have diplomatic relations that were made from years during apartheid and in so those diplomatic relations they count. So you are either in and also mineral resources they are two sides and we have strategic mineral resources most South Africa. Do you know Horenoyana? If Bomamba
Babasa, the Brics.
No. If our country wanted, I'm telling you something about South Africa. Yeah. I'm just digressing a bit. I'll go back. We have a Karoo. We have a basin, that is full of gas. natural gas. Imagine what we do with natural gas in terms of our energy.
Fuel.
This is fuel. This is us correcting tabaya, load shedding.
Energy crisis.
Now, Mariano will get to that. I don't want to digress.
Energy crisis. Fuck up. Can I know you shoot that more?
I'm not shooting that.
Dog. Nah, dog. This was not normal. 2007.
But it was there.
Ocho.
There was load shedding. Load shedding was there since
fuck no
2003, I think.
Listen,
these people were told in 1998, you guys need to build more power stations. You guys are saying you're going to connect the rest of these black people that did not have electricity during apartheid, because electricity only went to places whereby there was industries.
So the power stations then were enough to supply the minimum.
They were not enough to supply the whole country.
They were enough to supply for the oppressors at that point.
The oppressors and the mines and the industrial towns.
The benefits that the oppressors didn't.
And obviously, where do these white people stay? Around those areas.
This only there to protect them. So if black people now being free, I mean, it means that and I know look at the power stations in each other.
Mbeki was told to this, right?
Ignored it.
He ignored it. Because there was a time whereby ESCOM produced, I think, 34,000 kilowatts or kilowatts or megawatts. Megawatts.
Oh, you
megawatts. 34,000. The power stations in the outside. No, you can't even take out 12,000.
Because they deteriorated.
There was a period whereby there was no maintenance. And the loads. 2 new power stations were built. They cost billions of rands.
Budget.
They had to fix it in Kusil or King or a medium.
Was it a fault? Was it?
There was a fault. These things were built before the World Cup. Before the stadium was a World Cup, what these things were being built.
There was a point they were spending money on there, dog. There was a point where Mzansi were building stadiums.
There was a time when we were building.
Dog, with million rand budgets. Don't you, like...
And even then, when we were building, there was collusion about building the stadium.
Zanzi is a country that has a lot of fuckery.
This is a crime scene.
Zanzi is a crime scene, dog. Like, we are like, and it's normal. It has become a normal that we are most likely going to gravitate towards like doing some bullshit. Like, distract people on this. There was
but anyway, and we digressed even. Let's leave this. We digressed.
There's a lot that we need to talk about.
Yeah, we were at Brics, right? So...
Yo, Mzansi.
Mzansi is a crime scene.
Hey, whoa.
And
whoa.
What pains me is the media not reporting on it.
The media doing what?
Not reporting on it. The media is not reporting on these things.
Why not though?
The owners of those companies are also the owners that own the media.
Yeah, so they control the narrative there.
Exactly. So that is why our president is such a darling in the media. But let's not talk about cupcake. Let's not talk about cupcake.
Cupcake, yeah. No,
but cupcake is cupcake.
Cupcake was a bomb, mama.
Nah, I said this from the beginning.
Essentially doing what?
But we'll talk about this.
What these Palestinians and Israelites are doing. But he's
so
nice
anyway,
about it.
So Brics, right? Brics, them having these countries seated in charge, especially I want to talk about Iran and Saudi. The world is shifting, right? Renewable gas.
Don't forget all of these things in my talk, né?
Yeah. Okay. Renewable gas in
yeah.
Right. This is Saudi again. Why they are in Brics. Saudi and Iran.
Yes.
These people have oil.
Well, now we are back to Brics.
We're back to because we digressed. I wanted to move from that and go to
what we were talking about.
Okay,
Let's go, my nigga.
Because I explained to her why South Africa would have been better off if we had Brics currency protecting us.
Oh yes.
So that is covered.
Sure.
Okay. So now I want to talk about Brics Plus.
Sure.
Because remember I was talking about Brics a lot.
Yeah.
Brics in its alliance from the beginning, it had fantastic countries in it, in terms of their strategical points and influence, and what they all bring to the table. That bring nothing to the table.
I see.
That bring nothing to the table. Let me not digress. Let me not digress. I think others bring nothing to the table. But I don't go Brics, it doesn't work like that. Everyone must bring something to the table.
Just like all of these unrealistic relationships that we wish to get into.
Exactly.
But that's a topic for another day.
We'll come and discuss about that. Today we are talking about politics.
Sure, let's go.
and international politics and how it affects us and why we need to talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because we are living as day-to-day normal human beings, but
these things affect us.
Directly. And we are just like
end user study product. It's like price here increase because we are the ones buying these things.
Everything.
So legislation and whatever, it affects us.
And we don't have conversations about it.
And we don't have conversations about it. Like,
do what you do.
Because there were people saying how to ask your girlfriend about Brics and then there was like, it's ball hot wings.
What?
I'm not saying others. I know they were making a joke about it. But they did know. But I'm saying others really did not even care finding out.
What?
Matlapa. Okay, sharp.
Yeah, I have a house at my home.
Good. Let me not digress.
Yeah, let's go back to that. It's like, Basadi. Yeah.
So, now, these guys have these natural resources. They have their oil. They have. So now, I can tell why South Africa are we still buying oil from the market instead of buying it directly from the countries? Oil is more expensive.
For the average human being, where is the market? Where is the directly? Who is directly?
But the countries it's on oil, right? They take out this oil. I get.
Like, just because I comprehend doesn't mean I'm no longer a 5-year-old. Treat me like a 5-year-old.
Okay. Rekisa the ice. I get. They are selling ice in Nalwe. So the ice is an option now. An option now. The ice is a factory shop. But when they go factory shop, the price is set to a factory shop. So oil would be cheaper if I bought it in Russia. But I buy it at 98 rand per barrel. And I got to go Russia and make it 28 rand per barrel.
Shit. Shipping. And I know I'm gonna leave my break.
I get we are buying it from the US. Remember who controls the market?
Keep on, never.
The US. We are buying the
oil
from
the US. So it's dry instead of.
That is why they're trying to ban Russian oil. I was like, that was the most opportune time to buy oil from Russia. Because I get it's about sanction Russia against buying oil. Russia was like, no, we'll drop the prices of oil. India was like, no, I'm going to buy Russia's oil. Even the other producers that produce oil bought oil from Russia.
Yo, hey, so why is you were getting to that point.
I'll get to.
Why is Mzansi taking the long route then?
Mzansi is taking the long route because we're still being bullied by the US. Even though we are pushing back, we're still being bullied by the US. Nalendi Pando is pushing back.
Like, elaborate how the bullying looks. Like, is it? Because clearly there are points where we
there are
beat them
deals
coming
that
on.
are being made that benefit both countries. Normally, deals they benefit us more than they benefit them. Like for an example, AGOA. It's something that's being discussed right now. Congress.
AGOA.
Yeah. Congress in the US. Congress is sort of like Parliament.
Yes.
Congress in the US. Other members of Congress were saying that South Africa should their contract AGOA should not be renewed. It should be renewed 2024, I think.
AGOA is a
AGOA is,
company.
and we talked about this Haratana school, geography, horror limits, trick.
I'm geography grade 12. I want to
So AGOA is whereby South African companies are able to get into the market there without having to pay the exorbitant rates, meaning they're able to compete with other markets like America in the same plane equally. This is the benefit they AGOA. So they'd be like, you guys either do this or we are taking AGOA away from you. If they take AGOA away, they are courting companies that are South African. They benefit us also economically.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, so they're taking a chunk of our economy.
Yeah, they'd be like, no, or maybe we'll shopper you with rates increases, and maybe if we're importing steel, and then those are the threats that so and I know
Mare, is there, because when you look at it, now we go back to the Brics thing. When I look at it, there are points where we seem to be smarter than them. We're doing things better off. Don't you think the currency, the base currency thing, is gonna help us in that sense?
Euro base currency the European countries.
Yes.
It's gonna benefit us the very same way the euro is benefiting the Europeans.
The Europeans. Yes.
Yes. We have 48% of the population.
The whole country.
The whole world.
World, motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, GDP put your workforce
So we
basically countries the main countries are BRICS. We got a BRIC
plus. Plus. And a plus is 7, ne? Oh, no.
7. Is it 7?
It's 7.
Yeah, I think it's 7.
I don't know, man.
It's what? I remember, I think it was 3 African countries.
I didn't care. All I cared about was that Mzansi is there, so...
I think it was Argentina. If I'm mistaken, people will correct me in the comments.
Argentina?
Yes.
Oh, so how about Messi?
Yeah. It's Argentina, it's Morocco, I think.
Yes.
It's Egypt, it's Ethiopia.
Egypt and Ethiopia. I saw Egypt.
Yes.
So Ethiopia is here.
Yeah, Ethiopia is in this motherfucker. Is this family friendly or
no? There's an 18 sticker if you look at it properly.
Oh yeah.
Right there, you see.
So
grown ups here.
There's also Saudi and Iran.
Oh yeah, Saudi. Those are the ones that were.
Those are the superpowers that are running the Middle East.
Hush. Saudi has what? What do they have? What do they have in terms of resources?
Saudi has a lot of oil.
Yeah, because oil.
Saudi.
So why are we not even buying from Saudi, dog?
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck, dog?
Exactly.
Nah, dog, nah.
There are other foreign policies that the South African government needs to look at.
Yeah, some of the people in the ruling parties are colluding with the Americans.
Obvious.
That's why they're not going to the obvious deals.
Even
there's an obvious deal.
Even now, our president sold us for 160 billion in terms of electricity.
Cupcake. Yeah.
Cupcake is making bank.
Cupcake, come on now.
Cupcake is big.
Speaking of that, dog, voting, dog. Before Leonard decided, like, let's not forget it.
Voting is not.
We are 42 minutes in.
And then we finish this breaks and then we get to the voting because I think that is very important.
No, 42 minutes is. I'm not saying we should cut you off. I'm just saying we are 42 minutes in, so we still have time, space to. You know. Yeah.
Mariano.
I told these people that if they didn't have long attention spans, they are not gonna make it.
Oh yeah,
so you can't see
especially
this,
when you're talking with me and I talk a lot.
Hey, and we're talking about stuff that I, as a normal human being who lives on Earth, I need to know what happens in my country, dog. I need to know what things affect me.
Even what happens in the world.
You know, because that essentially dictates how the environment of my own country is going to become. Like,
exactly.
If I want to travel, if I want to do this, I need to know what's happening in this world.
And certain goods you get it there. You don't even know country for us to be able to use them in this country.
Mainstream media doesn't repeat. It only repetition is another thing. It doesn't even
And you talk about
the concept. They talk about them when there are problems that exist within those industries.
Eugene was fired.
Eugene was throwing bombs.
Did you see Makadi's reply?
Yeah, I heard. I was 20 minutes into that episode actually. When she was complaining and saying that
it's not about Limpopo.
No,
it's about
tribalistic bullshit.
It's about things that we are putting in front of things that we should be actually looking at.
Yeah, we are distracting ourselves.
We're distracting ourselves from into 3 serious.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, but so
even digressing, talking about those
go
things.
Back to that shit.
So yeah, so these people, Iran and Lokosan, have to shift from oil and do other things in terms of manufacturing and
the Saudis and
the Iranians, because eventually oil, especially when in this coming age of electric cars and oil, the demand, I think it all felt like focus automation in Nahore. We derive things from electricity, no more needing to burn fuels
in obsolete.
Yeah. It's not gonna be like we no longer need oil in the world. We are still going to need oil.
The demand is just going to be
for
lower.
Years, but the demand is going to be lower. So they need to be able to do other things. And
make money, bank get out from sustain the economy and shit.
And people need an alternative from the US. Because
an alternative from the US holistically, because we depend on the US for a lot of things.
The rest of the world needs the US.
Yeah, we depend on the US for a lot of things.
And our output that the US into the world is nothing but wars.
But we depend on them for a lot of things. Like
them having their money as the base currency of the world.
They are the bullies.
That's the problem. So imagine, look at what they did. Who talks base currency and other countries also wanting to join Brics. Is them wanting to have an alternative from the US.
Yes.
What did they do? Because the Russia-Ukraine war. If you say take a jump, it's like Russia-Ukraine war. But we need that break.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break and
50.
Yeah, in 4 minutes we're taking a break. Go back to what you're saying.
So now, what was I saying? Oh yes, the Russia-Ukraine war.
Yes, you were jumping to there.
Yeah, I was jumping.
See,
now
all of these distractions.
These guys, what are they doing? They are there. Again, the US is like, Russia. We are going to put Ukraine into NATO. Right?
NATO is a Brics of.
It's the It's the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Yes, I don't want you to come inside the house. You'll cut it out.
What am I looking at?
It was a rat. It's a male.
Oh, I didn't see it. You don't have to cut it out.
I can't have rats in my house.
Nobody wants that shit in the house.
So anyway, now this North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO,
Yes. The one that is a war
war pact.
organization. Yeah.
War pact.
Ke ha re dumelana re le
Or
mabitla
if
hore-
touch one, touch all.
Eh, ha o nyewa, ha o
Eh,
nyewa, one time.
touch one, touch all.
Bona go bona re disitse o la dida o la le da o touch one.
They invoke, they call it Article 50.
What?
Article 50.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't name me.
Article 50.
Yeah.
So now they're like, no, Russia, we want to come and put kind of clary when they're saying that Horarba Honale base next to Russia. They're going to have, they're able to put their nuclear weapons next to Russia.
Fuck. Like just next to them.
Just next to the border. Do you think Russia would agree?
Oh no, of course not. And like thinking that Putin is actually trying to take over Ukraine. He wants that space to be his.
No, he doesn't. The reason why he's doing that is he wants to have a space between him and NATO countries.
No, before Ukraine became a NATO country. Again, Ukraine became a NATO country.
Ukraine is not a NATO country yet.
It's becoming a NATO country as a result of the war.
NATO was considering it, and Putin was like, let me just nip this in the bud before it goes anywhere.
That's how the war started.
That's how the war started like that. They first annexed Crimea. This is 2015. To annex is to take a chunk of a country. They then he annexed Crimea. Right? No yana bariang abatla bare papa Donbass le Donetsk.
Don what?
Donbass and Donetsk. These are Russian countries. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing them right. But I think I am.
Yeah.
So that, right? And then he says these are independent states.
Yes.
So he's putting space in between him and a NATO country. So he's fighting to put space. He's going to create another Ukraine into different countries. Like the Soviet Union, This is Putin's plan. So I digress.
The reason for this plan. Before digress, the reason for his plan, I think, goes towards your point. And
and then now to saying how he puts space between him and Lokozar.
And NATO, yeah.
And NATO.
Yeah. NATO.
So now, why people wanted an alternative? I was going to that actually. Why people wanted an alternative is because
an alternative currency.
Was because the US was able to sanction Russia because it did not agree with what Russia was saying.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And remember there was the what's this? I forgot the conference where a resolution was taken for the NATO countries will not move further south. This is the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1993, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm a historian. I
was not there, but
you read, ne?
I found out things. So there was a conference. It's not the Berlin Conference, man. The Berlin Conference is what it was. It's when African countries were being cut and created into. When Africa was being cut and created into countries.
Oh yeah.
That's the Berlin Conference. Yeah.
Kingy?
The Berlin Conference.
Oh yeah. It's called. Okay. Continue.
Let me not digress.
Yeah.
So I forgot the conference.
And yeah, our limit is there. But continue.
I forgot the conference, but it was agreed that NATO would not move further south. But NATO did move further south by 10 more countries. And Russia was quiet.
Said nothing about it.
We were like, guys, you see what you're doing.
And you complain if I...
Guys, you see what I do. And then they did it again. They were like, this time in Nzala.
So he was aware of how the state was moving, sharp.
And this is Biden's thing. Trump was like, I'm going to move back. And even the money that you're spending on NATO is too much. It's too much.
I reduce the budget that thing.
Because Trump, for me, was their Zuma.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a no-brainer. That one.
And he, despite his flaws and
He was playing shit smart, just like
the
Jacob
plan
Zuma.
that he did was mostly towards world peace.
Just like Jacob.
He was talking to everyone and moving away from war.
And the country was flourishing
It
as
was
a
like
result.
he's putting America first.
And it was flourishing as a result.
And they made Trump to be out this monster and whatever, but let me not digress.
I just wanted to take over the...
Let me not digress.
Yes.
So,
just before we go to our break, yeah.
Let me not digress. So, Russia was sanctioned by the US.
Yes,
it was easy for
like
them to
3 years ago,
yeah. No, They, from the beginning of the war. The war is what? It's a year old.
Oh yeah, it's when the McDonald's of Russia were changing and all of that.
They were like, we kick you off SWIFT. SWIFT is how banks pay each other around the world.
Yes,
They use something called SWIFT.
It's a company that comes from the States.
It's not like, I wouldn't say it's a company.
It's a software.
Not a software.
What is it? Is it a cloud?
No. It's sort of like, let's just put it as company. Let's just put it
let's just say
but it's not a company though.
It's a financial
It's a financial institution that moves money around the bank.
Okay.
So they kick them off SWIFT. Right? And then now Russia is using an alternative via China. So that is when people came to a realization, if the US does not agree with you or something, they can just easily crush your economy. And Russia was smart. Russia planned for this war. Russia, it's like the gold reserves that I wanted before they began anything. Their currency, it's against the gold that they have and their natural resources. That is why you go Russia, how Russia, when you buy their oil, when you buy their gas, you buy it with the Russian rubles.
Fair. There was a point where they allowed countries to buy with any...
Or you buy with your country's currency, with the countries that they agree upon, like us, China.
Yeah, we can go there.
Buy with
rands.
They come here, they buy with their rubles.
That's for countries that they have an agreement with.
Yes.
So with the States, if you come there with dollars, they are insufficient.
If you come there with
paper,
let's say you come there to the States with rubles.
It doesn't work. It's just an irrelevant paper.
You have papers. You have a stack of papers. Now got them on 100,000.
What's good?
What them on? Let's take 100,000 monopoly. So the countries saw it was easy for the US to do that.
So they wanted to ditch. And that's how the Brics.
That's how people want to join Brics, because it's an alternative from the US.
Okay, so them joining, that was the conversation. That is what still is the. Is this not going to lead to us creating a bank of some sort?
There is a bank.
A Brics bank.
Yeah, it's called the New Development Bank.
This is who can I command them, man?
The president had the New Development.
Gaddafi.
This is Gaddafi's dream was Africa having their own bank and their own currency.
Yes.
Magan, this is a bit different from Gaddafi.
It's not the same thing.
It's not the same.
It's not just Africa.
It's not just Africa. It's everyone.
But it's fighting against the same enemy.
It's fighting against the imperialistic.
It's the same enemy. So
the New Development Bank.
Potato.
It's the bank. The headquarters are in China. It's the bank, Brics. It's called the New Development Bank. The chairperson, excuse me, the chairperson here not Bolsonaro, Maria Rousseff. This is the former president of Brazil. Was the same way Zuma.
Yes.
Because
by
of
the public.
Because of them being too active in Brics.
That was the reason.
Again, obviously, it's not the reason in their countries, but how it's the actual reason. I agree Zuma was and state capture, even though state capture Zuma is not there. They went there, they did not find them, man. Even they tried. Kind of him going to jail. Now I'm already moving that side. I'm already
taking a
moving that
break
side.
soon.
Let's take a break.
Taking a break. You were saying, just finish your point.
Let me finish my point.
Yeah.
So my point is, people are looking for an alternative, and the Brics is an alternative from these other countries. So that is why everyone wants to join Brics, so that the influence of the US in the diminished, because the US no one wants to control everything. The US with their friends are dominating the rest of the world because of this thing of us using their money. But now sanction are easily fair.
Because they have the power, they have the...
Exactly.
That is why that BRICS is trying to eradicate this. It's like, yo, you guys are making us live like you are our oxygen. So we're gonna find actual oxygen.
People who, when we do business, we benefit, they benefit. The US, they only benefit, no one else benefit.
Yeah.
That is why if they go to your country, one thing that's going to happen is there's going to be a war.
They're taking over some shit.
If the Americans go to your country,
they're gonna fight over something.
There is going to be a war. How are the rebels?
Okay, on that note, let's go to the break.
Let's take that break, Mchan. Need water.
Yeah, we gotta drink some water. We'll come back. Now tell me if all of the stuff that we're talking about you knew, because I like 90% of it I didn't know, because I don't like politics. I am part of the youth that does not like politics and the current affairs. I feel like there's
a bit of
like Juta.
But there's places where to find these things.
You know? And that's why we need people like him to show us these places, you know. And 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Yes, we are back.
Yeah, we were at during in Brics.
Yeah.
Was beneficial for us to have Iran and
yes.
Maradona now. Yes. There's something that's very important that we need to talk about.
Which and what is that? Which one is that one?
South Africa per se. That our democracy and people needing to vote.
And I think that one. Excuse me. That one is a pretty hectic one, because when you look at us as a youth, as the youth, personally I feel some type of way about this whole thing, who vote and whatnot. As much as it's you would look at it as being ignorant, but when I look at it, I feel like if I was to vote, my vote would not matter, you know. But when we look at it at a big scale, where people amongst the youth like me can add up to 3 million people. 3 or 30.
Is it not King? I said 3.
I think it's 3 million.
Yeah, because there's 52% I think of the country registered to vote.
And that 3 million.
No, the 3 million more the youth that are registered. Was registering, I think there were 9.
9 million.
Because I think the youth in 11 million. They are eligible to vote. I'm not sure though. Sure about
the numbers might differ, but the fact that we are at the millions,
and the millions make a difference. The percentages
make a lot of difference.
Those are percentages,
and we could be the ones driving the country where we want it to go, so that it's a conducive environment for our plan.
The question is,
our plan is we don't even have a plan.
The other question is, before you even plan, who are we voting for? Number one. That's number one.
Because
Everyone is confused at this point.
Because we don't know these parties, and we don't even know if these parties are
What I can say.
for us.
What I can say.
But I've seen another party, there's another party that I've seen, but we'll talk about it. Continue.
What I can say, you know,
We want to go Joe's. Yeah.
For a fact,
Yes.
the DA.
Democratic Alliance.
Action is a.
Yes, Yara Musi. Yara Musi has action.
Kehemen Mashaba.
Eh.
Bosa.
Yeah, Kiona
Musi.
Yeah.
Ne. These three parties are one and the same thing.
Okay.
These parties are one and the same thing.
Yeah. Are they from the same root or they are?
All of these parties, their leaders are former leaders of the DA. That's number one.
Oh, so they are DA people there.
These are black, disgruntled DA members who saw the DA for what they really are.
And then escaped.
And then they were...
Escaped.
Some of them were fired. And like, these two were fired.
Musi and who?
And Hemen.
They got fired.
They got fired, basically.
Okay.
So, these three parties are one and the same thing. Yeah? Okay. And now you see the ACDP, right? The IFP, Freedom Front Plus. What's this other party? These other smaller parties in there. These are parties that are a grouping of one party. So a vote for all of these parties would be a vote for the DA. Because they are going to agree on who goes to parliament, who is the minister of what, who is, you understand. They call it the charter or something, charter what.
So when for instance I vote for one of those
parties that charter.
That charter when they decide who is going to be at the parliament,
when they decide the president, who's going to be the president.
Yes, the DA will be in that room and will have
driving
a word.
The seat.
They will have a word on the decision, or they will be on the driver's seat.
They will be on the driver's seat.
Oh, yes. So they are just clone.
Exactly. They would be, okay, when I will give a member of your party Minister of Sports, they will take the important ones, Minister of Finance.
So all of
small enterprises.
All of these other parties are just clones of the DA.
Exactly. And how the Shabale policy at the DA, it's pro-capital, high social. It's not a socialist movement, it's a capitalist party.
They want money.
At any
cost.
Even this guy, who's this guy? Hemen. Hemen is a capitalist of note. He wants to run this country like a business. I'm a person that is trying that it's failing, dismally so.
Yeah, because
a businessman cannot run a country like a business. This is not a business.
Yeah.
This is people's lives, livelihoods.
Yeah, you can't.
Understand?
Yeah.
So now
we're gonna fight back. We're gonna rebel.
Now who else do we have? We have the ANC.
Yeah, we have EFF.
Let's talk about the ANC for a bit.
Okay.
The ANC has been in power for the past 30 years.
From the beginning of
democracy.
Yes.
The ANC did not negotiate in true faith for black people. Because they got political power, and then they left the white man with what?
For the economical power.
That is why we have what we call white monopoly capital.
Yes.
And all of these things, they contribute to the poverty and the poverty margins that are in the country and the wage gap in the country.
Yes.
You understand?
So employment
because they centralize these things amongst the 20% and the minority. You understand?
They're so deemed important people of the society.
Now, here's the other problem. The ANC has what we call leaders that fought for liberation.
Freedom.
And they forgot those leaders cannot be the very same leaders that are leaders of a democratic state.
Because
These people,
people,
these people suffered. You understand? So when but and them having access to those things, what happens? They want to everything is here. They're keeping it here.
Everything acquire. It's mine. Yeah.
And then the ones growing up in the youth league and they see these things. They see these older people doing these things. They aspire to do that.
Because it's what is making these people these people.
These
So
people be
that
driving
might
the
be-
G63 I want to drive that.
So now you want to be like that, and now you think that is the way to get into that life and
then
compromise about.
You're compromising the state.
Fuck.
You can have a contract for 221 million and not do the job.
At all.
At all.
Honestly.
You can build a hospital for over 10 years and has personality defects. Whilst go China, they build the hospital in 3. They build the hospital in 2 weeks.
Around. You fucking around. It's the full functional.
It's not the flaws.
In the flaws, the engineers are saying to do the thing every step of the way.
And mind you, there are engineers in this country.
It's a thought.
There are people who went to school. Where are they? Unemployed. Who's working? Whenever I see a certain uniform, I'll never feel it.
I want a budget.
You understand? No, you're part of the youth league. Now you're like, you know what? I must
want to go this.
I must now register a company. And my comrade there, who's a friend of mine, is the MEC of public enterprises there. And now there are contracts there from public enterprises going through. This person has an influence over the director of the department. The director of the department is the one that talks about the spec with those guys from there by the value chain there at the bottom. Right? And the people there by the tender board evaluate the tender. There's someone who's influencing that from the ANC. This tender goes to a certain person. People's hands are greased.
Just for that tender taking that route. That
You understand?
route, yeah.
Look at now, Enoch Kodongwana. This is the Minister of Finance. Currently.
Yeah.
Blade Nzimande,
Yeah.
the Minister of Higher Education and Training.
I guess been in the
You
parliament
understand?
spaces, yeah.
I can't know who's this guy, or the Minister of Labor. Do something I'm forgetting now. I'll remember his name. I remember his name. He's a member of the SACP. Him and Blade, right? So these people, there's this other businessman. I forget his name. This is recent. This nigga says these people wanted. Oh, and Fikile is also in there.
Oh.
Fikile Mbalula, the Secretary General of the ANC, which is the boss of the ANC again.
Yeah.
Essentially, the
After
engine.
yeah.
This is the engine kind of the ANC.
Yeah.
He's also involved in this. They were exploiting their money, 500 million.
Exploiting who?
This other business guy who is supposed to do a contract agreeing the UIF of creating jobs, they're 5 billion. They're like, hey, China, for this thing to work, you must give us 500 million. These are ministers, current ministers.
Dog. You're talking about people that are still in their seats now.
Right now, bro. Ramaphosa is still in his seats and he had millions of dollars under his couch. So.
I mean, what are we talking about?
Like, bro. Really?
Yeah.
To a point whereby even a judge is complaining. A judge that we deemed was favoring Ramaphosa is like, guys.
Wait now.
No, man.
What is this now?
Now they're saying he shouldn't complain because now he's being biased and he's a judge, he's not supposed to talk.
Shit.
This nigga is like, guys, state captures Chile, but people are still ministers.
What's happening?
What's happening? No
Why are we not
prosecutions,
reshuffling? Nothing.
You reshuffled, but those people were still there.
But
The
change
other
the
one is
position.
the other one is the Deputy Secretary General of the ANC, a newly elected one for that fact.
But demotile, abanzi.
How about the Muti promotion?
Shit.
Both Zizigodo was a deputy minister. Zizigodo is a minister now. Look at Supra. Supra removes seats in Mormon Mafike.
Okay.
He's a member of parliament, legislature. He runs the committee, I think, tourism. So they are always going to be there. So we need to get rid of them. Serious to govern this country. Because what I can tell you, ANC has one of the best policies
for this country.
The problem is that they are unable to implement them because of these old people who are eating this money and this looting nature of the ANC. So the ANC needs to go out and go rebrand, rework itself, and then come back.
And then the because of their experience of being in power, and they're gonna come back with a better plan. And
the other thing is,
like,
will they be able to come back? Because whoever is in is supposed to prove themselves. What I think, I don't think we're going to have a clear winner in 2024 unless the youth go out and vote.
Yeah, if we do, because that's where the conversation started. If we do,
needs to go out and vote.
And that's where we started, and that's where we're still going, because we are trying to find out which party. And we ended up indulging into the ANC. And okay, what's up with the ANC?
The ANC needs to go rebrand.
Okay, so we need not the ANC. That is not one of our options.
That is not one.
Clearly. Okay, so which other party? Malema.
We have Malema.
It's Malema, Musi, and who?
We cut Musi. I got Musi is part of the DA and the charter. Everyone who's in the charter is cut.
Okay.
Right? We have Malema. Malema is a shrewd and smart politician.
Yes.
He's a very smart politician.
Yeah.
But he is, I wouldn't say trigger happy.
Shita!
He's a trigger winner.
And
you know, it scares. It's a good thing, but it scares people. Things must happen and they must happen now. He's a revolutionary.
Yeah, but he creates a lot of commotion in the process.
The commotion is needed so that people can wake up
and listen. But it comes with a lot of, other stuff. Consequences that we might overlook because the idea of what he's doing is bigger than what we are going through now. But
look, people didn't care about politics that much before the EFF was there, let's be honest. Especially
before Malema was there.
Before Malema was there, because remember Malema, the come out for that, you remember in the youth league, where he was able to speak his mind. I don't know, he's able to speak his mind without anyone being, hey, keep quiet, you're not supposed to say that. You understand?
He's fine now.
And he has Floyd.
He's what?
Has Floyd.
Floyd man.
Floyd Shivambu. Floyd is smart.
He's a lawyer, ne?
No, he's a civil engineer, I think.
For real?
Yeah, he went to Wits.
Wow. Well, for real?
He went to Wits, bro.
Yeah, shut up, bro.
He's a very smart nigga.
Smart motherfucker, yeah.
So, this guy, you see when Malema...
Who's the lawyer? Malema's the lawyer.
No, Malema is... The lawyer is Godrich Kadi.
Okay.
And Dalim Bofu. You know Dalim Bofu, I think.
Yeah.
The former chairperson.
Yeah, no, I know that.
So, Malema, when he explains policy, it's like... You're going to nationalize the banks. You're going to take over the land. He hits what the policy means. But now Floyd will be there explaining. We're not saying when we are taking over the banks, there will be no other banks. There will be a state-owned bank. When you say you're taking over the mining industry, we are saying there will be state-owned mines. When we say we are taking the land will, all of it will belong to the state, and everyone will get a lease on the land.
So you don't own anything.
We don't know where so you are not going to pay.
Hey, you're not going to pay.
And while people are fighting, and it's fair for everyone, no one is going to own land but the state. And the state will give people who are deemed to deserve the land, and it will give it out fairly.
Fit enough to handle it.
These are the policies of the EFF. Mariano, there are others that I am grappling with. Understand? The open border, for example.
Yes, yeah, free.
I get.
Travel.
I'm a Pan-Africanist also. Yeah. But for us to be able to fix Africa, understand?
Yeah.
You can't just.
All at the same time.
We
Gradually.
We must fix here. Yeah. After fixing here, we must go here, fix there. And these
then
two
open the borders.
And these two fix this one. You understand? SADC, after SADC fixed each other, we open. We go to ECOWAS. We go to
now
the
we
other
are
one.
fixing.
We are fixing.
Yeah. Now we want to.
You can't just
everybody
with no order. Everyone would want to come here.
Yeah.
I know they would want to come here and they go back home.
And then we'll be left with nothing.
Exactly. And then it reverts back again. So no one actually gained anything. So unlike we fix here, when we get to where we are going, but on a gradual basis, and everyone will be open to the idea as they see it flourishing in other countries. You see, like the Africa Free Trade right now. It's one of the most excellent policies they've ever come up with. Excellent. Africa Free Trade, whereby African countries are able to trade with each other freely. That's nice.
Yeah, it is.
Sukir. Nectar. Understand? So, but now, the EFF, it's an unknown entity. Let me not say entity in terms of ruling.
Oh, we don't know.
We don't know.
And I know the way Malama is, it comes off.
It comes off as abrasive.
So we are very.
People are very
skeptical on like.
And not only people here, but the diaspora. Okay, the African diaspora loves him, right? But the other people that we need to work with, of course, the socialists, the Chinas and the Russians, the Koreas will love him because he's a socialist.
Yes.
Understand? And those are socialist countries.
Yes.
But don't forget, even the West, even though we don't like them, we still have to trade with them.
And he's one who feels like, fuck the West for days.
I'm saying fuck the West, but we still need to work with them.
So, and he's not going to, I think he's going to surpass that we need thing. And he will end up making decisions that are going to be counterproductive for us.
But now, the thing that I love about the EFF also is they push this thing of qualification. So being able to hire people correctly in the correct departments, and being able to advise properly, and him being a good leader and listening, and applying their, because the policies of the EFF and the ANC are not far off.
Almost the same thing.
These ones are the radical ones. Zamale, they're more radical. You understand? So I feel like we could give them a chance.
So by far, these are the only promising ones for us. From what you have been saying, the EFF.
And then we have Rise Mzansi.
Then you have, that's the one that I was saying. I had conversation similar after the break. I was saying there's a party in Jozi.
Yeah, that's Rise. Yeah, Rise.
Because I saw it on Popcorn and Cheese, and Cheese Boy. Okay, when I go Popcorn and Cheese, where they invited some like Rashid something.
Yeah.
I forgot that name.
One of the leaders.
Yeah, and look, he was talking about it, and he's one of the people that got me to thinking about.
Rise Mzansi is one of getting party that has smart people in it.
Yeah.
Smart people.
Yeah. And apparently
Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Their problem is it's the same with the EFF. But now the EFF
the same policies.
No, in terms of them being unknown.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this one is worse. Their policies are not out there. You've never seen their manifestos. You've never understand.
They are new.
They're new.
Yeah.
Brand new from the box.
Yeah,
But the way they're moving, what they're saying, it's good
It
to hear.
resonates with us,
It's good to hear. It's a breath of fresh air. You understand?
Definitely, yeah.
But now, they need to be quick and come with their policies. Quickly.
Soon enough for us to decide to go
decide
for them.
who to vote for.
Because
at this point, this is what I see. The ANC below 50%.
that's good, yeah.
Maybe 45. I'll give them 45.
I say 39, but yeah, well.
No. We still have Umagriza who still go to vote. Mandela.
We still have Magriza that have realized that ANC ain't doing shit.
But they're still gonna vote for it though.
Yeah, bro.
They're still gonna vote for it though.
Oh, Chuma.
I'm telling you. Tried convincing my dad, he's unmoved.
Still going for it.
Unmoved.
That's fucked up. Yeah, continue. So 45, 39. I
45, let's go 45, 40.
Yeah, I still say
45,
39 though. In my 45, 40. Yeah.
The EFF, it's 11 currently, like 11, 14. I'm not quite sure. Between 11 and 14.
Yeah, because they lost dismally last time.
No, they gained seats actually.
Oh yeah, in the parliament.
They've not lost these seats in parliament. They've only gained.
Oh yeah, and I get rather the election. They lost the
Oh, it's ourselves. We did not expect them to.
Yeah, continue.
So I see the EFF at 20-21%.
So they're still saying rise. Okay, let's hear it.
I see the DA at 15. The DA going to dip from 21 to 15. I see the Freedom Front Plus at 5. The AFP.
These are predictions, right?
Yeah, the AFP at 2. NFP is 0, something at this point.
IFP.
NFP.
NFP.
And the
Non-farm payroll.
the National Freedom Party. I see Action SA at 7, not above 10. Rise Mzansi, I see them at 3 or 4.
Percent.
Percent.
Wow. I actually thought the numbers would be vice versa, but you're still saying to me that ANC will be winning, ne?
Now, here's the problem. Listen to this. The DA and the EFF don't get along.
Yes.
The DA declared the EFF public enemy number 1 instead of the ANC.
And the
ANC should be public enemy number 1.
It has been for the longest time for DA.
You understand?
Yeah.
Now, what happens? These smaller Ghana parties are going to have agreements with the ANC on certain things. Bo Al Jama, your good one, Talohan. These smaller Ghana ones, your ACDPs, your NFPs, will have agreements with the ANC.
What kind of agreement?
On maybe someone there by the leader is a minister, they influence someone there by the party becomes an ambassador to the US. You understand? They're going to share power.
Yes. They will be colluding amongst each other.
You get me? And then they would vote with the they would vote with the ANC to put a leader chosen by the ANC in power. In parliament. Remember, you vote for parties and then the parties vote for the president.
Yes, so that's what's in return.
Now, imagine if the EFF and the DA could work together and they corral these smaller Ghana parties. They would be above 50. And these ones would be working for the black majority and these ones would be working for the white minority. Working together, they would get to understand each other. And then build up because
that is better.
What
looks
like these white people will never leave.
Which one?
White people will never leave your country.
Oh no, they live here now.
They live here. They are South Africans.
Yeah.
So we have to find ways of working with each other. We cannot be having things like Orania.
Yeah. I agree and disagree with that, but yeah.
Why do you disagree?
I disagree with it because I feel like for the economy as small townships, could be a good thing for us. Like to adapt the mentality of Urania.
Yes.
The mentality, not the philosophy, but the mentality.
We keep it here. Like the Jews.
We build, really more, and then
We get to do shit ourselves.
We can expand because now we have the capability of producing shit ourselves, and we are
not dependent on the government and
exactly. That's what each and every Kasi needs, if you ask me, because I am one person who does not believe in politics. But if we were to take that option, then
Mara, that option still involves politics. People who lead that Kasi township, it's still politics. You can never escape politics.
That is why I'm here right now trying to learn about them.
You can never escape politics.
Yeah.
So now, as I was saying, you can't have the Western Cape wants to be independent, wants to be a country.
Yeah.
Imagine now.
You can't have that.
You came here, you settled.
Now you want to tell us that.
Now you want to take a portion of our country as a settler.
And you want to tell us that it's your country now because you live it. Yeah, no.
Because your great-grandparents settled here.
That's bullshit, yeah.
They're not even, I'm sure, not even past 20 generations of them being here.
Yeah, no. That's bullshit.
You understand?
Not even 20 is a lot.
20 generations is a lot.
Yeah, a lot. They're probably on like the second or the third generation.
The second,
I'm
sure I'm 15th.
Oh, well, okay.
Dog, a generation gonna...
How long have they been here?
Look, a generation we count it as your grandfather. Let's say your grandfather name. Is the first generation. Your parents name is the second generation. You, the third. Your sons, the fourth.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Your sons, the fifth.
Yes.
You can't say...
So I am the third generation.
Yes.
That's why I like doing this.
Yeah.
I understand. But
with white people, you have to count it from 1652.
They've been here since
1652.
These motherfuckers have been here for a long time.
They've been
Y'all gotta leave. Y'all overstayed your welcome, bruh.
I don't think not even
cancel
1652. It's before 1652.
Fuck her. Okay.
There's that fella, this guy, I know, Tilakabata set up a colony. Yeah. So anyway,
Yes.
you need to find a way to work with white people. Ne? Mar, we need to even the playing field first.
And leveling the playing field could mean that taking down some of them to our level.
Essentially, that's what it means.
Yeah. Because all of them are there. No matter
You can't have Rupert and Oppenheimers and the Ackermans and them there up there. And then the rest of us here, we are here, down here.
No, that's gonna create a war, bro.
With who?
With them. They have the
There's
power
80
and we're
of us,
trying to
there's
take...
20 of us.
Doesn't matter. They have all of it. I don't know what I'm talking about, you know.
They have all of what?
Like they have control of everything. They control
the economy.
media, the economy. They can make the country go upside down as they please. Unless
No.
Or
The way Thamsanqa thing, it's what Zuma was advocating for. Radical economic transformation. Where we create more black people but then into the spaces and get given the same contracts that these guys are getting. Understand? Get the same subsidies that these guys are getting from the government. That's evening the playing field. And for all of these to happen, we need to vote. We need to vote. Like, I don't want to lie. Because, my dog, if you're saying, I'm not going to vote because vote one hell, it doesn't count. It's our guys, it's accounting. What if leading are 40%? It can bring a difference of us having a stable government.
No, that's the reality.
Do you know Hore, after 2024, Arjo vote we are going to see shit until 2029?
That's good.
Do you know why? Because if you do not have a decisive government, 50 plus 1, what happens? There's chaos. Kakudi Maspale, like Joburg. How many municipalities has Joburg had? Over the year, fair, over a span of less than 2 years. Before before the elections, there were say that 2 died. There was one was fired, 2 died. When Talahan Quatana Pompachua, Hasena Mongole, Archer, Hosena in Olin Tinuyan. You understand?
Maybe the city is hard, bro.
No, they're just removing each other. Or the other party and when the majority convince these smaller parties who no come and vote with us. It's as much as the DA can come and convince smaller parties to come and vote with them to be able to remove the ANC. But the problem is the kingmaker will be one person.
The what?
The kingmaker.
King.
Kingmaker. Yeah, the kingmaker.
Oh.
The kingmaker will be the EFF. No one will reach majority without the EFF.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, because they are the direct opposition at this point.
And now, no one gets along with the EFF. What happens then? So there is no majority for the next 5 years.
So that's how fucked we are. That's the situation.
If we don't vote, and if you don't vote decisively and say, these are the people we're voting for. And the black people need not to be swayed by the DA saying, look at Cape Town. After looking at Cape Town, go look at Khayelitsha. After looking at Khayelitsha, go look at the Cape Flats.
Those are in Cape Town.
Those are in the Western Cape. You understand?
In the Western Cape, not in Cape Town.
You go there, you can look at Rondebosch. Rondebosch is cut nice. You understand?
Is it a suburb?
Yeah. You look at these places where white people live.
Yeah.
And then go look at Ndanzani. You understand?
That's in the eastern, ne?
No.
It's in the western lawn.
Is it? I think it is.
Okay.
I think it's still in the western Cape, Ndanzani. But it's mainly Xhosas that live there.
Yeah, that's like eastern.
Even Khayelitsha is Xhosas.
It's your people. Yeah.
You understand? Marano, these people live where? In the gutters, and the bylaws of the country, of the province and the municipalities, they discriminate greatly against black people and people of color. Colors. And the colors have this thing of thinking that they are white. And white people don't see them as white.
They see them as black people.
And they still vote for the DA. And I'm not saying they should vote for the EFF. Yeah, but they should stop voting for the DA.
Because they're not helping.
They're not helping.
It's not even doing anything for them.
They're not helping the situation.
Yeah.
The two parties that need to be removed and for them to go out there, figure their shit out is the DA and the ANC.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's give these new children on the block a chance. And then when we are telling them, we are giving them 5 years.
Yeah, it's 2024 to 2029.
Yeah. After that, we remove them.
Aye, Joe, if you come, because I think we haven't established that as a country. We have the power to decide who governs us for real.
Exactly.
Because we've been with ANC.
And there's this new thing from the Constitutional Court again.
Oh, yeah?
Where it says an individual can run.
Oh, for real? It's still in court. I heard about it.
No, they ruled. You can.
You can?
But now you have to get, I think, 10,000 signatures or something. They put bars on in front of it.
Yes. Oh, in the position. So 10,000 signatures is people supporting
you being on the ballot.
Yeah.
And there was a certain period where you had
but we forgot another party, though. Kenukunene has a party, though.
Oh, yes. Not Kenny. Who's this? Gaten.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, Kenny the deputy. Gaten Mackenzie. Nah.
Why not?
I get that people can change, ne?
I knew that was gonna go there, but
you can't have a party full of ex-cons.
My ANC has a lot of ex-cons, doc.
Ex-cons
still the ruling party.
There's a difference.
They are ex-cons, nonetheless.
No. What was their crime? Fighting for liberation.
It's
what
fine.
Are these people's crimes? Hey, Baba, you want a person who was convicted for cash in transit to be a deputy president of this country?
Dude, it's a
cash in transit heist after democracy.
If he's poor And like you are as smart as you are saying shit that you're saying, man.
Okay.
If you are given a position or given a situation where you can do a cash in transaction or what you're talking about right now, nah, with ease and no like the chances of you getting caught, I pitch you over and look class.
You got caught though.
Yeah, no, that's like winner. If the chances I pitch you, you're most probably not gonna get caught. This is how the plan looks, but this is the reward. Because you see the reward, you're gonna go for it. As smart as you are,
I would know as smart as I am. I would know what the consequences that then they die.
That's
and
fine.
Them being dire, I can't do. Kinda in other countries,
you can't sleep on the job.
In other countries, as an ex-con, you can't vote. Imagine if that was our country.
Oh yeah. No, but Jacob, for example.
Jacob.
Yeah, he committed crimes that were after his apartheid era.
Was he convicted?
Liberation. He wasn't.
Exactly.
But
these ones were convicted and they went to prison. There's a difference.
It's fine, but they just stole money, though. They stole money. They're not killing people.
We have this thing, innocent until proven guilty. These ones were proven guilty.
He was not convicted.
He was not convicted.
So he was not proven guilty.
He was not proven guilty.
Okay, that's fine.
Look, without the ex-convict stuff.
Yeah, but with the convict stuff, those people they were stealing money. We have
a few minutes left.
Yeah, 22 minutes left. They were just stealing money. Though.
But still, understand this. Let's leave the money, the conviction apart.
Yes.
There are policies, bro.
What about them?
Your death penalty. You have even the Action SA wants that.
The what? Action SA?
Yes.
It wants what?
Action SA's policies and that's Man particularly in same way we couldn't manipulate William Mohojon. The manipulate they put in their homies that are also ex-convicts to come and run municipalities.
Exactly. I'm a talk about benefit of a doubt. They just go all in and start doing some bullshit. Okay, yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
There's all of these things, man. And also, they don't want foreigners. Like we should be very clear. We do not want illegal immigrants, right? And also we must
foreigners are business.
We should also think, not only are these black people from Zimbabwe as illegal. There are other white people who've been here from Germany since 2003. They've never renewed their visas. They've never done anything. They've been here. They've been making money. They are also illegal immigrants. Sure. Those people.
Because you
cannot overstay your visa. You must have customs. Customs. We have customs here also. It's not capacitated. It does not work.
The actual is you.
Finally, BMA, the Border Management Agency, 500. Border night simula go tla go Mozambique. Ya go tsamayana, ya go tla go pentong ya Namibia. E be tswa gape be tsena mo gare ga country be dikolo ga Lesotho. E be dikolo ga Swaziland, and then you say 500 people plus Marshall. There are a lot of things and kana
500
balaka
kasi 500
balaka gore there's unemployment in this country. Creating employment. Here's the ideas. If any of these political parties are going to watch this, here are the ideas of what they need to do when they're in power.
Okay.
Creating
the next 10 minutes.
Creating jobs.
So you have 8. Yeah.
Creating jobs. Here's how they create jobs. Public sector. People there's a lot of jobs in the public sector.
Yes.
They need to nationalize 1 or 3 mines. Then they will be able to pay these people who are working in the public sector. Understand? Create a bank where these people who work in the public sector are going to use this bank. They are able to get loans at cheaper rates as public servants. You understand? And they are able to go to other banks, but these banks cater for them.
So So that their lives are made easier for
Easier.
them developing our country.
Again, the hore, basana prone to the bribes and they need to be comfortable. Now, here is where you hire the police. The safer the country is, the more the investment and the more the tourism. Border management agents. The more tougher the borders are, the more wholesale smuggling, human trafficking. Understand?
Less crimes and shit.
We create a safe country. You have your military. So our government is not investing in our military. You understand? They capacitate the military. All right.
Yes.
They go back to schools, Mchan.
Yeah.
They go back there to schools.
Go higher education.
Higher education. Fund these people, Mchan. Take these graduates, create spaces whereby they are able to work, create public enterprises that do different things. Government, you understand, whereby these people that did computer science are able to work there.
But
everything, the fridge that create government, the government.
Dog.
Create Toyota. Yes, South Africa, that's being owned by the government. We sell these things. We export these things. Everyone in the country gets to work. If everyone in the country gets to work, where's the crime?
It's no crime. We all have money. You don't steal shit.
We don't steal shit. There are going to be here and there the greedy ones, but essentially
it's limited now. It's not just we want money.
Free for all. You understand? My nigga, these people, if they genuinely love our country.
Yes.
If also the youth, you guys.
If we love our country. Yeah.
As beautiful as it is, I've been around.
Yeah, man. Our country is nice too.
It's beautiful.
It's one of the best countries in Africa, actually.
Exactly.
You know, but we don't live like it.
And if we are able to see how beautiful our country is, you can register to vote even online, guys. You can do it online. I'm registering
today. It's going to be put on the episode at the end of my registration process. I'm registering. I'm charged.
Online, okay.
Online.
Show them how it's done.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah. But you can tell us so long, just to close off.
Yeah.
And we'll do some other shit some other time.
You go to the IEC, their website there. There's whereby you say you want to register. You guys know how to read English. They only need a photo of your ID.
Okay.
And your address and where you vote. Your voting station, your VD.
Yes.
You understand?
And then they're gonna give you
and then your things. You get your things, you get your SMS, you are registered.
Okay, now let's do the things.
If it's a go the registration weekend, then it's a go the school, you can just do it online.
You can vote online as well.
And also
you can vote online.
No, you can't vote online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the hackers.
Man.
Yeah, the hackers. And also, people who have transportations during the elections next year, go pick up people who live far.
Take them to the stations.
Take them to the stations. Let's change this leadership.
Hey Joe, we need to do something.
We need to do something.
We are as old as we are, and we were like we're still living in the same thing and the only consistent thing that the government has been doing is deteriorate our.
When was the last time you saw
infrastructure, everything? They're fucking up everything.
When was the last time you saw development in our hood?
Ever since kids allow me to sing. The only time I want development, I got picture it. A hall, okay. Yeah,
no, hall when they renovate.
See what I'm saying? The park is fucked up. The schools
The park was nice,
up.
remember? When you were growing up.
I don't even remember because I wasn't born that early. So my parents and everybody else has memories of how
even me, they like recent, like, you know.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we don't know that because there's a sudden change in how the political space is moving and their priorities seem to have like switched to some other stuff.
Stomach politics.
They're
working for.
And that's not good. That's not a good thing, Joe.
They need to know what the government is the people for the people. Here's the thing: by the people. That's the important one.
So the government works for us.
Exactly. They are employees. That's why they're called public servants. They serve the public.
There you have it. So decide today as part of the youth and older people whether you want people to work for you or you want to work for them.
At this point, we are working for them.
We're working for them now. And on that note, ke tla le bona. Ra tswa. And thank you to Tammy. Thank you, Maniga. Thank you for connecting, Maniga. We hope to see you on another one because you know you're dropping bombs. You're dropping bombs, my boy.
Like Israel is doing to Palestine.
We'll talk about but that one is for another day. It's more than just a hip hop head, and it's a podcast. We are out. Born. Get a spear. I want. This is too nice.
Yeah. It's fucking cold in here, man. Let's go. Yeah. The game is a sport and we causing a scene. We bout to kick it. If you been waiting on me to serve these raps, I'ma tip it. So the scale can't handle my bars, it's too heavy and it's vivid. The numbers going up, got the wire, ain't no limit. There ain't no limit.